Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. It's Friday. We have some boxing to cover tomorrow. I will be doing live commentary tomorrow night for the Devin Haney against Yuriorkis Gamboa fight on the zone. And I will probably do some back and forth between that and the Luis Ortiz card tomorrow night. That's going to be on Fox Sports for PBC. All right. What's up, Jaguar? What's up with Boxing Virus? What's going on, y'all? I will be on tomorrow night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll probably jump on around then. Okay, if anything changes, if I jump on a little earlier, you guys will know. You guys will definitely be the first to know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxingWave10. Deuce, what up, baby? Little Noosh, what's going on? Yo, all right, so let's get right into it. It's not going to be a long, I always say that. It's not going to be a long live chat, but I usually get stuck here for an hour. But tonight, really not going to be a long live chat, all right? So anyway, let's start. Canelo Alverez is a free agent. I did a video earlier this afternoon when the news had first dropped. And I found out shortly after that Caleb Plant is in, I guess, ahead of the Canelo race as far as possibly getting a fight with Canelo December 19th. Okay, so that's what we're hearing for now. This is one of the fighters that I mentioned that Canelo should be facing. Plant is undefeated. Plant is with the PBC. Plant is a title holder at 168. He is a legit champion at 168, where Canelo is mainly campaigning. All right, so I'm good with the fight. I like the fight. I've always liked the fight. Caleb Plant is a good fighter, good technician, good, really slick fighter. So it would be fun to watch him, Canelo, fight another slick fighter like himself. I always liked the Billy Joe Saunders fight as well. I wanted to see that fight, but we didn't get it with the zone, and it is what it is. All right, time to move on. So Canelo is a free agent. Like I said earlier in the video, I really don't know what that entails. I mean, I'm assuming he's not going to be with the zone or Golden Boy because of the ongoing lawsuit he has with them. I don't know what's going on with that. Golden Boy did speak out. They did confirm, Oscar De La Hoya did confirm that they're parting ways with Canelo. All right, so I don't know if Canelo is going to be completely done with the zone. But like I said, I'm assuming earlier, like I said this earlier, I'm assuming Canelo is not going to be doing any long deals. It seems like Canelo is going to be promoting himself. So he's probably going to do 1, 2, or 3 fight deals with different networks or whoever. I don't know how he's going to work it. But Canelo is at a stage at this point where he really doesn't need to sign long fight deals with anyone. It didn't work out with the zone. And if he is to do it again, I mean, I'm sure it would have to be a crazy amount of money, but the details would have to be, they would have to do a lot better with the details as far as who he's facing and stuff like that. All right, but I doubt Canelo's going to be doing that. I think, like I said earlier, he should be doing what Miguel Cotto was doing in the end of his career. He should be doing what Mikey Garcia is doing. Just don't sign your life away to any promoter at this point, any network. Do what you want to do. I mean, you're always going to want to be, you're always going to be a high demanded fighter to begin with. All right. So you don't need to sign your life away to any network or any promoter at this point in this stage of your career. You really don't. All right. And so, shout out to everyone that's coming in. Make sure you guys smash that like button. All right. Jose Ramirez, SSB. Mark Pinkerton, Chain with Ice, Leo, STB, Deuce, again, Devin Cruz. Shout out to the whole Wade gang, everybody that's here, the normal people that's in the building. Shout out to the new people that's in the building. And make sure you smash that like button again. All right, so look, I love the Caleb Plant fight. If that's the fight we're going to get, that's cool. I drew out a few names earlier also. I drew out Chris Eubank Jr. because he is a PBC fighter at 160. I threw out Jamal Charlo, who is a champion, the WBC full champion at 160. All right, so I threw him out there as well. You know, I'm assuming we're not going to deal with not the PBC, the zone fighters at this point, the matchroom guys. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they can still work something out. I have no idea. But Caleb Plant is the guy, and the December 19th is what we're hearing for now. This is what is being reported by major boxing sources. Okay, so if anything new comes up, I'll be the first to tell you. But yeah, that's what we're hearing. All right. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else when it comes to that? We just got to sit back and wait when it comes to Canelo. Just got to sit back and wait and see what we get with him. And but I am happy with Callum Plant. All right. So moving on. Tomorrow night, we have a DAZN card, Devin Haney against Yuriorkis Gamboa. We did see the weigh-in earlier this afternoon. Look, I'm excited to see Devin back in the ring. Okay, I'm excited to see him back in the ring. Am I excited for him to fight Gamboa? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. All right. But I know there's limited options out there. I understand why this fight is taking place. Gamboa recently fought Tank Davis. Gamboa didn't really look good against Tank, but Tank didn't really look fantastic against him neither. Okay, even though he got the stoppage, I wasn't really impressed with Tank. So I'm assuming that at this point, Gamboa is just there to get pummeled by Devin Haney, and Devin Haney to do it better than anyone that we've seen before, better than Terrence Bud Crawford back 4 or 5 years ago, better than Tank Davis, which was recently. So I'm assuming that this fight is all about making Devin Haney look better than the opposition. That's it. That's it. All right. So I'm not excited for the fight. But I am excited to see Devin back in there because it's been a while since we've seen him in the ring. It's been a while. His last fight, he had shoulder surgery after that fight. So he's been out for a minute, all right? He missed out on a lot of these other guys at 135. A lot of stuff has been going on. Ryan Garcia collected a couple wins. He is going to be fighting Luke Campbell in December. We saw what happened with Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. And you know what? Tank Davis just recently beat Leo Santa Cruz. So I'm good. I'm happy to see Devin back in there. But unfortunately, it's not the best fight out of all the fights that we've seen recently at lightweight or junior lightweight or whatever. All right. So, but again, I'm expecting Devin Haney to beat the hell out of Yuriorkis Gamboa. I love Gamboa, but he's far, far past it at this point. He is a shell of himself. He is no longer super explosive. All right. He no longer has the reflexes. He's just past it. He's really past it. He looks old. He looked old at the weigh-in. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. I like Devin Haney. All right. And I want him to succeed. I really like the kid. I like his focus. I like his drive. I like him. I like him as a fighter. But at the end of the day, this is not it. This is not it. You know, we're going to watch it. We're going to cover it. I'm glad to see him fight. But this is not what we're asking for. Okay? None of us want to really see this fight. We just want to see Devin Haney fight. But we're not asking for a Gamboa fight. There are other people out there. Not many, because I know many of them didn't really want to face him. But this is what we're getting. And anything other than a domination is unacceptable. This is like, listen, if you're going to fight Gamboa at this stage, you got to destroy him. We don't want to see like no slip ups here. I'm not giving Gamboa much of a chance unless it's some kind of like freak accident situation, you know, a disqualification or some kind of injury, some kind of headbutt, something crazy. But as far as like, you know, as far as the chances of Gamboa actually winning this fight, very low. And I expect Devin Haney to dominate him and beat him better than Tank, better than Bud. And that's it, you know. Shout out to everyone that's here. Welsh, Leo, Rocket, Chris, who else? Arlette, what's up? Everybody that's here, man. Ian, everybody that's here, man. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. So I'm going to be covering the fight. I will be here. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern on the Zone. All right. So I'm assuming the whole card is going to start at 8 p.m. I will be covering the whole card. Whenever the pre-libs start, I'm going to be covering everything so we can chop it up and do what we do on a Saturday night. And I will be probably switching back and forth a little bit with the Fox Sports PBC card with Luis Ortiz, which start at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. But I believe they're not showing the undercard. I think they're just showing 2 or 3 fights under there. It's pretty much a full heavyweight card. You got Carlos Negron on there. You got Frank Sanchez, who beat Joey DeWaco. That was the first time me checking him out. Cuban fighter. Looks really, really good. Really, really good. All right. I like him, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I'm probably going to cover that fight. If there's no like significant fight on the Zone on the undercard on, I'll probably switch over to Fox, and we could check out some of that fight and cover some of that fight as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But you got a couple couple fights on there. Nothing crazy, but as far as Luis Ortiz, at this point, if you're gonna fight a guy like Alexander Flores, who's been knocked out a couple of times already, lost a couple of times against fighters that's much below Luis Ortiz. I'm expecting Luis Ortiz just to dominate, but I'm hoping that this is just a fight just to tune him up, and where this leads to like a bigger fight against, I don't know, who do we have over there? Someone that's big in the PBC. Except Wilder. Andy Ruiz is cool. I know that's the fight he wants. I would love to see Andy Ruiz. I would love to see Michael Hunter. Okay. Charles Martin is cool. Not great, but cool. There's a few fights that can be made. That's fine. But I want to really see him fight Andy Ruiz or someone on the other side, maybe a Povetkin, maybe a Dillian White, the winner of that. I want to see Luis Ortiz in a real heavyweight fight outside of Wilder before he retires. I mean, he looked good against Wilder in a rematch. He got knocked out, but he looked good. He looked in great shape. He boxed better in the rematch than he did in the first fight. Won every round until he got hit with that right hand and went down. So I want to see Ortiz against Andy Ruiz. If it's not him, it needs to be Michael Hunter. Anybody else, maybe a Charles Martin, but I'm not going to stretch it out too long. Like, we got to get him in there with somebody legit, somebody solid, because just taking we're not going to just keep bragging about him fighting Wilder. Like, okay. And I like Ortiz, but I need to see more before he go. I do. I don't know about fanboys over there. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about for me and for many other fans. We want to see Luis Ortiz in a real fight before he retires. He's getting up there. He's been up there. But we need to see something. We need to see something. All right. But so that is going to be on tomorrow night. And also the Devin Haney card is going to be on tomorrow night. All right. Real quick, I want to address Teofimo Lopez. All right. Shout out to my man, D-Style Boxing. He made a video at least last night or maybe the night before. Teofimo Lopez seems to be on everybody's list right now. He seems to be really catching a lot of hatred right now. He does talk a lot. He is talking a lot. He's talked a lot before the Lomachenko fight. He's talking a lot now. And he's creating a lot of enemies for himself. All right. A lot of Lomachenko fans can't stand him. Deontay Wilder fans can't stand him now. All right. So Teo is pissing a lot of people off. But you know what? As long as Teo, as long as he's backing his talk up, going in there, beating guys like Lomachenko, or better, or worse, or whoever, I don't really care what he says. As long as he goes in there on fight night and gets the job done, I don't really care. You know, there's a lot of fights I want to see between him and everybody else. I want to see him fight Tank. I want to see him fight Devin Haney. Okay, I want to see him fight Ryan Garcia. I ain't even mad at a Lomachenko rematch. I want him to go up to 160. I would love to see him fight Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is talking. I would love to see him fight Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, Jose Ramirez, possibly. I would love to see all these fights. He has a million options. But just in case he doesn't fight your guy, doesn't mean he's ducking them. All right? Let me remind you, Lopez beat Richard Comey. Now, Richard Comey is not no elite pound-for-pound fighter or anything like that, but he's better than anyone that Devin Haney has fought. And Teo knocked him out in 2 rounds. He beat Lomachenko, to me, pretty clear enough. I know a lot of you are going to thumbs down the video because I said that. I really don't care. He got the job done. He talks a lot, but he got the job done. I know Lomachenko had surgery. I understand that now. Well, now, you know, he wasn't 100%. I know he hasn't really done too much talking. His team has done a lot of talking, but he was injured too. Teofimo Lopez had surgery as well. It is what it is. Guys fight hurt all the time, but he got the job done that night. He won the fight. And I'm giving him his credit. It doesn't matter what I think about what he says outside of the ring. I don't care about that. Get the job done. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. You know, I love Lomachenko. Love him to death. Picked him to win and all. At the very end of it all, I thought Loma was going to squeeze out the decision. I was wrong. Teo did his thing, and that's it. Give him his credit. When it comes to Wilder, what? He's talking a little shit. So what? So what? That's what he does. Wilder's making excuses about why he lost. His fans are defending him. They think it's clear. All right. But a lot of other people think it's excuses. It's excuses. You know? But these people are attacking him now because that's what they do. Wilder is not allowed to receive any type of criticism. People that call Lomachenko overrated. I'm talking about the Wilder fans. People that call him overrated. What has he done? You know, you call him overrated, but as soon as somebody calls Wilder out for making any kind of excuse or a million excuses, not any kind, but a million excuses, you guys get pissed off and you guys just drag the fighter down and you attack him. You do it every time. I mean, Wilder was twerking. No king twerks. No real king twerks. And even when people were making videos about that, I didn't. But I saw that people were even defending that. Wilder can actually put his hands on his knees and pop his booty. And grown men are still defending that. But what about Joshua? Look at what he's out here doing. Yo, it's crazy. You cannot say anything about this man. He can trash Mark Breland. Trash this man. And you guys, crazy. So Teofimo Lopez, he can say whatever he wants to say because he backs it up, and he is currently holding 4 titles at 135. A title that he beat Lomachenko to achieve. The WBC, Lomachenko beat Luke Campbell to get that title. Now I understand what the WBC did. I understand what they did by splitting the titles, franchise, everything. I get it. But at the very end of it all, Devin Haney did not beat anyone to get that title. It was given to him. It was given to him. He is not the real champ. He is not the real champ. Don't call somebody that didn't win the title the real champion. It was given to him. All right? It was given to him. So y'all got to chill. Y'all got to chill. And I want to see Teo fight him. But if Teo fights Tank, are you going to say that he was ducking Haney if he fights Tank? If Teo fights Regis Prograis, are you guys going to say he's ducking Haney? No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Even if he fights Ryan Garcia, are you going to say he's ducking Devin Haney? If he fights Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez, is that a Devin Haney duck? Let's get real here. This guy got a lot of options. Mikey Garcia, is that a duck? You guys got to relax. You guys got to relax. I love Devin Haney. This is not no Devin Haney hate. It's just logic. Y'all got to calm down with your emotions. Please. Jesus. Calm down. Calm down. So I wanted to just address that. Teofimo Lopez is solid with me. All of these guys are. But who got a better win than Teofimo Lopez recently? If we're talking about guys that's in a pound-for-pound area, if you have Bud, Usyk, Inoue, Spence, whoever you have in your top 5, top 10, who got a better win recently than Teo beating Lomachenko? Who has a better one? I'll wait. Who has a better win? No one. So leave the kid alone, please. He's 23 years old. It's grown men sitting here. It's grown men. I mean, grown men. I mean, grown guys that got. This is just crazy. Grown men. Yeah, just trying to shake a little kid up. Calm down. All right. Listen. Boots. Jerron Boots Ennis is fighting Tomas Dulorme. December 12th. It's going to be on Showtime. All right. I like this fight. I like this fight. You guys see me post it. I don't know if you guys see me post it, but I like the fight. I like the fight because it's a proper step-up fight. You know, I think Virgil Ortiz fought a couple guys maybe at Dulorme's level. But what I like about the fight is that Dulorme is a fast starter, but a very slow finisher. That's why I like Dulorme. Dulorme boxes really well. All right. He has quick hands. He can box. But he slows down and usually loses his fights on the second half of the fight. I mean, even Bud struggled against him a little bit early on. Dulorme is a good starter, but a bad finisher. So it's a step up. It's not an elite welterweight. It's not top 10 welterweight. But Dulorme is a good step up for him. I like this fight. Like, all right, you know what? This is a step up. This is a move in the right direction. I like it. All right. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking for Ennis to show out in that fight for sure. All right. But I like the earlier rounds. I like Dulorme, and I think he got skills. And listen, if Ennis destroys him and quickly dispatches of him, that'll be great. This is when you got to show out, like for real. This is when you really got to perform against someone that been in there with Jesse Vargas, been in there with Hank Lundy, been in there with Bud. Dulorme has been in there with a lot of fighters. All right. He's not elite, but he's solid, and he's the right move when you're stepping up. So I'm really happy to hear that he's going to be fighting him December 12th on Showtime. Looking forward to that card. Yeah. All All right. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to go over tonight. I think I covered mostly. I'm gonna look at some of the comments here, see what you guys are saying. I know I spoke a lot just now, didn't really reply to the comments, but I wanted to get things out of the way, address a lot of things. I will be on here tomorrow covering the fight tomorrow. If you're just checking in, I will be here 7:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to cover both the DAZN card and the Fox. A little bit of the Fox, but mainly the DAZN, Devin Haney, Yoriokas Gamboa. I will be doing live commentary, so make sure you check in. Make sure you guys hit that like button as well. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you guys hit subscribe. And yeah. Arlette, nope, this is tomorrow. This is tomorrow. I like to see Haney outbox Gamboa and make him look bad for a couple rounds, then get the KO. That'll be cool, and I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think he's just going to go in there and do it in a matter of seconds. I think he is going to box a little bit and work for the knockout. Remember, Devin Haney is not no big-time knockout artist. He is not Teofimo Lopez. He is an accumulation fighter. He's going to beat you down and then stop you. If he stops you, it's going to be that way. He's not no one-punch knockout artist. I'm sure he could get it done, but he's going to beat you down. And Yoriokas Gamboa, yes, he's chinny. He goes down a lot, but he's tough. He's been down, he's been down a lot in his career, but he usually gets back up. All right? Imagine Gamboa knocked him out cold. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be bad. This is boxing, and we have seen crazier things. All right, but I hope that doesn't happen. See, you got your ads going on. Good stuff. Get that bread. Yeah, I mean, trying to make a little bit of money on here. I make a little money, but you know what? I try to be broad on the channel. So I know I do a lot of videos that I know are not going to get a lot of views and stuff like that. We're talking about fighters from across the world. Listen, I can just make money by making videos about Wilder, Canelo, like the most popular fighters, Spence, but I can make videos just talking about the same group of people like plenty of other channels do. I can do it, but I want to speak about everybody. I think there's people I still like that I watch and enjoy, and I don't have time to get around to them. But it doesn't mean that I don't have my eye on them. I found out today that Josh Kelly is going to be fighting David Alverez. Now I don't know the date off the top of my head, but that's a fight that I'm looking forward to. Josh Kelly, up to this point, I guess his best fight was against Ray Robertson. Wasn't a good performance. I was there. I was live. I saw it last year. And I saw that. I was like, that's a good fight. I seen Phyllis Verdejo. He's going to be fighting Nakatani. I'm interested in that fight. If I'm around, I'll be able to cover it. But I like those fights. But people are not going to talk about these fights. These are good fights. I'm interested in seeing Verdejo against Nakatani. I want to see that fight. I still want to see what Verdejo could do. I didn't forget about him. I want to see what Josh Kelly could do. I want to see, these are good fights, and hopefully I can cover them, but making a little bread, that's cool, but it's all about the fun. I still mainly do this for fun at the end of the day, Yeah, Luis Ortiz by KO first round. I think Luis Ortiz should get some rounds in there. I don't think he should knock him out in the first round. I'm thinking like maybe at least go 3 or 4 rounds, But if he does go there, it's going to make it look like, he's not going to. I mean, knowing Luis Ortiz, he's probably going to just get him out of here quickly. All right. What happened to the guy that beat Kanaki? The guy that beat Kanaki is probably working out a rematch. You're talking about Robert Helenius. He's still around. They are working out a rematch, and they're probably going to have a rematch. All right. White versus Ortiz would be cool. I guess they both have pretty different fighting styles. Yeah, I mean, that's a fight that could have happened before. But that's a fight that we can still get, you know, if guys are up to it. But I actually want to see Alexander Povetkin and Ortiz. It's just a fight that I've always wanted to see because they were decorated amateurs, and these are older, you know, heavyweights that are still very good and very dangerous. I always wanted to see that fight. That's what I really want to see. All right. Helenius hasn't fought since he beat Kanaki. Yeah, he hasn't, but it was a good win, and I want to see the rematch. All right. Ortiz would KO Helenius. I think so. Yeah, I agree. Ortiz is my favorite fighter right now. I know, crazy. I was at Ortiz versus Jennings in Verona. Wow. Shout out, yo, Verona actually put on some good cards. If you're in New York and you want to get away and you don't mind driving 3-4 hours upstate, I've been up there a couple of times. Plus, the Boxing Hall of Fame is in the area. All right, the International Boxing. I did a video on that years ago, back in like 2013, 2014. Yeah, the International Boxing Hall of Fame is up there. So sometimes they have cards. If you're in New York, Pennsylvania, and the tri-state, and you want to take a drive out of town, they have a casino up there. It's a good time. I haven't been up there in a few years. I think the last time I've been up there is when Matisse fought Provatnikov. All right, I think that's the last time. I've been up there a few times though. Pretty good spot. All right. And I've seen Ortiz fight a couple times live now, maybe at least 3 times out in Brooklyn. Everybody trashing Wilder. Haven't seen no one show him any love. I mean, he disappeared all year, and then he comes out and he confirms every rumor that was heard. But he didn't see anything all year. You know, so people just don't like excuses. They don't like them. And they don't like when you trash your trainer by saying that, you know, he tampered with your water, you know, especially a legendary fighter like him. You know, this is a great amateur and he's a great trainer. And anyone that knows him says he's solid. So when you come out and make these allegations, people don't like it. You know, if other fighters were to do the same thing, you know, that's the problem with the double standards. You got to stay across the board all the time. You know, when Wilder does it, it's okay. Whatever he does no wrong. You can't like criticize him for anything. You know, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. I don't know why a little weight guy would talk shit to a heavyweight knowing damn well the heavyweight would bend him over. Again, you're a boxing fan, David. You're a boxing fan. I'm sure you talk shit about fighters all the time. Like, would we not allow to address people that can beat us up? Like, if somebody performs bad, what am I not going to say? Well, he's a boxer, so I can't criticize him for anything. No. We're allowed to say what we want to say. You know, it is what it is. We don't have to co-sign what Wilder says just because he says it. If that's the case, let's co-sign anybody that says anything. Any allegations that's ever made. Because remember, the same people that are pissed off about Teofimo Lopez are the same people that are calling Lomachenko out for making excuses for losing the TO. The same people. So what's going on here? You know? I want to see Garcia versus Haney. I want to see that too. Wade, breakdown Canelo versus Plant. Check back. I did speak on it earlier. As far as the actual breakdown, excuse me. As far as the actual breakdown, I got Canelo winning. But I want to see the fight. I want to see the 2 slick fighters fight. But I expect Canelo to walk him down and dog it out. See, I don't know if Caleb can actually go there. I know he's a good boxer. Defensively, yes. Quick hands, great counters, good defense. But if it turns into a dogfight, what happens? When Callum Plant won the title, remember, the last 4 or 5 rounds went to Jose. All right? He did slow down. He did run out of gas. He was dominant early, but he started to slow down. So what happens when you got Canelo pressure on you? How are you going to do then? You know? So we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk more about it, but I have Canelo. Off top, I have Canelo winning that fight. All right? But I love the fight. I love the fight. I want to see Teo and Haney at a higher weight. Well, see, some people want to see it later. That's a fight we should get at some point. I want to see it now, but if we get it later, am I mad? No, I'm not going to complain. It depends on who Teo's facing. Because I have a channel and I get to see what everybody is saying. And there's a lot of people that want to see him fight Tank first. People want to see, there's more people out there that want to see him fight Tank over Devin Haney. I'm trying to tell you, at least from what I saw. So if he doesn't fight Devin, is it a dub? Some people want to see him fight Ryan. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Brian, you know what's up. You know the vibes. Avid children. Yup. Classic. Canelo will ice Plant. Yeah, I think Canelo will win. Teo wants all the smoke. Hope the message don't damage his career. Nah, I think Teo, me personally, and I meant to say this earlier, I think Teo is taking the bad guy route from the get-go. He is not trying to be a friendly fighter. I think he is taking the Mayweather route, talking a lot, just like Mayweather did with Oscar. He's doing all the talking. He knows that people are going to pay to watch him lose. He's going to be a future pay-per-view fighter if he keeps performing. This could have easily been a pay-per-view. All right, easily. I would have paid for it. And I think he's taking the bad guy, the whole character of that early. Lomachenko, Deontay Wilder, 2 completely different fan bases there. And guess what? They both can't stand his ass right now. You know? And he doesn't care. He's not here to make friends. You know? He's a talker. And I'm cool with that. You know? I'm cool with it. As long as you're backing it up, I'm cool with it. You know? You can always be like a Broner and talk a lot and then get beat up. Shout out to Adrian Broner, by the way. I'm not trying to hate on him, but it is what it is. Broner take L's. He'll talk a lot, and then in the fight, he takes the L. You get me? All right, so let's go down a little bit more. Wilder making himself look bad. I mean, it is what it is. Gamboa risking. Loma needs to fight Haney or Tank. They fight each other. Leftovers. Loma is the most credible. I mean, yeah, Loma is extremely credible. Okay. But Teo just got him. Teo won. All right. So let's see how Loma bounces back. Let's see what he does. Because a great champion should bounce back. He should. All right. I never see anyone defending like Wilder or Floyd. Get defending like Wilder or Floyd. Yeah. Exactly. Haney will tear through Gamboa and everyone going to be ecstatic. No sense. Yeah, I mean, I think Haney's going to destroy him. But I'm glad to see him back in the ring. Wilder has cleared the air. AJ offered him money than what he got from Fury fight. Yeah, we know that, though. We've been through that. We've been doing that. I addressed that years ago, you know? Come check out my Tyson KOs on UFC 2 with I don't know what he's talking about. Deontay should fight MMA. Nah, chill. You can't defend a grown ass man in skinny jeans twerking. No, you can't, especially when his hands is on his knees. Chill. But they will do it. I've seen it. And they're gonna dislike this video for me saying that. They're that emotional. You can't say nothing wrong about dude. Thanks for the t-shirt. Yeah, man. My mom got me this. Love the show. I still always click on little like certain scenes from that ESPN documentary. They did a great job with that Michael Jordan show, man. I love it. Haney, please forget these bums and talk about Plant versus Canelo. Haney, Loma, Davis are fights now. Everyone says Lopez. Lopez move up to establish himself at 140 and let them go up to get him. Davis is 5'4". Haney and Lopez are nearly too big for him. Nah, I don't think he's too big. I don't think they're too big. You know? I think Tank belongs at 135. I think the other two are bigger than him, but I think Tank, I think Tank is not. He's not really a little, like he's a little guy, but he's just short. He's short, but he's durable. He can definitely fight at 135. And these guys are taller, but they're slimmer. I think T.O. is probably the biggest out of the three. Devin is has a smaller frame. All right, but I don't think size should be really a factor there. I think it's about whoever's a better fighter will win. Straight like that. Boots be fighting Uber drivers. Boots needs a top 15 guy. He's that good. I agree. All right, but you get there when you get there. He'll get there. He'll get there. He did give Craig. You're talking about Dulorme. Yes, he did give Crawford a hard fight. Especially early on. Yes, he did. All right. All right. There's a lot of comments here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not gonna catch up to all these. All right. I'm skim through this a little bit. I am not talking about channels that I don't really watch. If I ain't gonna be talking negatively about other channels. That's just not me. If I support them, I'm gonna show them love. If I don't really support them, or I'm just not a fan of them, I'm not gonna be talking bad stuff about them. That's not my style. That's none of my business. What other channels are doing is none of my business. I get annoyed sometimes because certain channels fans come to my channel expecting the same kind of content, and it's like, nah, this is not what you're gonna get. This is not what I do. If you're just looking for someone to pander to you, then go to their channel. I'm not with all of that. I keep it 100 every single time I do this. I turn this camera on. That's just BoxingWave. All right. Look, there's a lot. I'm not going to be able to get to everything, but I will read what you guys are saying. I see a shout out to Lurdo. Thank you. Showbiz is great. A lot of people that are fans of Showbiz are fans of my channel too. Great channel, very entertaining. He does a lot of stuff on there. He's a good channel. Salute to him. I respect him. I definitely support his channel. Nathan, what's up, man? Yeah, a lot of Wilder fans are emotional. Not all of them, though. Some of them are cool. Some of them are cool, and they'll just keep it, real. Like a lot of Wilder fans this past week, they're like, yo, I love Wilder, but he's bugging with the, excuses. He shouldn't have called out Mark Breland like that. But some people will never, ever say anything negative towards Wilder, and it is what it is. All right. Massimo, what's up, player? Biggest fight, Garcia versus Tank. Oscar versus Mayweather promotion would be fire. Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's so many fans that want different fights when it comes to T.O., Ryan, Devin, Tank. Everybody is different, you know? Everybody want different fights. So this is why you can't just attack the fighters all the time for fighting, not fighting who you want them to fight when you want them to fight them. I get it. I understand that people are upset that Tio beat Lomachenko. I know that some people are upset that Tio called out Deontay Wilder. I get it, but that doesn't mean he has to fight exactly who you want him to fight right away. It doesn't work like that. This is his career, you know? He took on the challenge and beat Lomachenko. Tank could have took that challenge a while ago. A while ago, it could have been him. He could have got that shine. Or he might have lost. Who knows? All right. Soccer training club. What's up, man? All right. So anyway, I'm gonna be on here tomorrow. So if you guys are just checking in, I covered Canelo and Plant. I covered the fights tomorrow, both cards, Fox Sports, PBC. I covered, the whole DAZN card, Devin Haney, Yorioka's Gamboa. I will be here 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern. So I will be here covering the entire fight. So whatever, we want to go through, we could chat more tomorrow. I know there's a lot of comments here. I couldn't get through them all, but I try to get through as many as possible. But I'm going to be checking out. Thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight. Make sure you subscribe. Also hit that like button. And, appreciate anyone that's left any donations recently. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow and we can chop it up some more. All right. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. And hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. All right. Good night.